just reading some of the things that he has written, he said that the average length of stay in Lagos by a resident was 20 years. This indicates that Lagos continues to be an attractive city for settlers and investors. What is it that keeps people in Lagos? Because I know that when I was growing up, they used to say in Yoruba, but I'll say it in English, the lizard of Lagos lives in Lagos.
Yes.
Alangbaiko. So what is it that keeps people in Lagos? The spirit of Lagos?
Well, okay. Now that you've mentioned it, what is the spirit after all? Okay. But seriously, I think by and large, if you look at it historically, Lagos, well, some 200-300 years ago, was a small fishing community. Then, of course, the slave trade came, and it became a commercial entrepôt, commercial center. And what that means is that it drew people. Then, of course, as the years went by, you know, slave trade stopped. Legitimate commerce, as the British called it, was introduced. And once the British came and took over Lagos, that's another story entirely, bombardment and all that, and then the Treaty of Cession. Once that came in, Lagos became even more important and vital, you know, within the, you know, this emerging milieu called Nigeria. And of course, once Lagos became the commercial center, and of course later the industrial center, what it simply means that it drew more and more population. First, after the abolition of the slave trade, deportees, well, not deportees now, returnees, excuse me, from Sierra Leone, Brazilians, that's those that came from Brazil, brought back and all that, came back. And Lagos was the place to stay. Of course, also as a corollary, we found that people in the hinterland here means, well, other parts of Nigeria also came. And as they came, the population increased. And the attraction, to answer your question, is that this is the place, land of opportunities. So the attraction never ceases, and it continues even till today. That's why the working figure, population of Lagos is, forget about the INEC figure, the population census figure. The working figure is between 15 and 20 million, and it's growing by the day. So what is it that attracts people? The boundless opportunities, the allure, the vibrant life.
The proverbial American dream lives in Lagos.
In a way, you could say so.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then I must stress this. Lagos has been a land that has been open, you know, taking in people from all over and providing opportunities for them to blossom.
Okay.
Mr. Matosha, if Lagos is the most vibrant commercially in Nigeria and it's taking in people, it will tend to draw the good, the bad, and the ugly. Because everyone sees Lagos as the place of opportunity.
Absolutely.
So this, if you want to make money, this is where you come to. Not even Abuja, where we understand more money is being made. Lagos is the place.
Yeah.
So it is attracting the good, the bad, and the ugly. So don't you see your task as an uphill task?
No question. We do, and we are not under any illusions whatsoever that this would be a walk in the park, you know. But the important issue is Lagos has always been a land of opportunity. But with those opportunities in the past came responsibility also. Everybody understood that they had a responsibility while going about to make money and living a good life. They had a responsibility to give back to society. They had a responsibility to relate well to their neighbors, to raise their children well, to do the right things so that you preserve the place that you're taken from.
Mr. Matosha, I don't want to kill your enthusiasm, but I must tell you that growing up in Lagos, in central Lagos at that time, some people would put their tray of wares in front of their houses and they wouldn't even tend them. You would go there, take what you wanted, and put the money in the tray.
Absolutely.
So I don't mean to discourage you, but those days are not coming back.
Well, we can look at it like that, or we can also look at it another way and say, what can we do to bring some of those things back?
Okay. Now,
It's
tell
a
us,
journey.
what can you do to bring some of those things back?
In the
What is
first
the
place,
spirit of Lagos doing?
we got to some point where we realized that in order to tell a story, in order to bring what we're saying back, we have to be able to present the information in a way that people can understand. Because I mean, the numbers you quoted earlier on, the average age of people
34.2, the average age, and the fact that people stay 20
20
years.
20
years.
years.
And
So
In and out
put
of
those
the
two
average.
together. This is a younger generation. What you and I are talking about goes back 30, 40 years maybe. But someone who is the head of household came in here only 20 years ago, never experienced some of these things. That's why we sought Professor Adeniji and said, look, help us bring back some of these values. Let's reenact them and represent. These are facts. This Lagos used to be like this. We're not making this up. I'm sure when you tell some of those stories, people think you're making them up. So let's bring all this back. Let's tell those stories in a way that people can relate to, and then see. The next stage would then be, how do we then model those behaviors of the past? Whether we like it or not, there are still people in this Lagos, and we get those stories every day. People who are still genuine, and they're still honorable, still doing good things. They might be here and there, but those are the stories that we gather together and present it along with history, that these people never changed, regardless of what happened in society.
I would ask both